And now, welcome back to more Blissfully Unaware.
Find you a
Third,
love interest.
once I'm out on my own again, I don't think too many women want a guy that's recovering drug addict living with his parents.
Well, I mean, you could go on dates, and like if it progresses, you can say, "Kind of have to tell you something."
Yeah,
And if they
it's
like
not
you,
exactly an opener.
no, not at all. But if they like you, though, I think that's when they're going to be like, okay, he's working, he's getting his shit together, he's not a fucking suicidal maniac that wants to kill everybody. He's getting his shit together. I think you need a
And
date.
hopes.
You need a date. I think that would help out with your process.
How do I do that?
You ask women on dates, and
That's
not
no
be
problem.
your doped
I don't
up,
know.
creepy fucking weirdo self.
Yeah, remember when I was telling you at the house about how I approached that girl? And you said that sounds
Yeah.
creepy. Remember that?
Yeah.
That's because
Yeah.
I was high when I did that. I was high
Yeah.
when I went and approached her
You were?
because I had no. Yeah,
No
at
wonder
work.
she said, I'm gonna concentrate on myself now. She's probably red flagging getting the fuck out of there.
Yeah. So, she's too young anyway. She's like 20 years old. She didn't know jack shit.
Yeah. She's like, all I do is Twitter and Facebook.
And Instagram.
Oh yeah, that's the big one, isn't it?
I like to do social media. I am educated with social media. Yeah.
Maybe you should go for an older lady.
Yeah.
Focus on
She's a pretty
yourself.
hot one.
And then start on your social self. Yeah, you got to be selfish and just focus in on yourself and be like, I'm gonna focus on me. I'm gonna get my debt paid off. Even if you have to live with
Pretty
your
good
mom
at
and
the
dad.
selfish. Pretty good at the selfish thing.
Well,
right now.
don't go so internal to where you fixate on something. And be like, oh yeah, I love whatever feels good. I'm gonna do it. I'm saying selfish to fix your shit, not to get deeper into whatever fucking evil's going on in there.
Yeah, that's why I need to be with my family. I can't be alone. I get too self-destructive.
Yeah.
My therapist said that I have bad self-loathing and self-destructive. So it's very common for addicts to have those traits.
Yeah.
So he's trying to figure out the root of the problem. He still doesn't know. I don't think he's ever going to find it because I don't know if there is one.
I don't think I ever found the root. I think what opened up my eyes is the deconstructive on myself, and then I was getting so bad with myself, it was just like a plague, and it was just everybody else around me was getting the ass end of everything. And that's when I was like, alright, this shit has to be shut down. This shit's causing the problem, so I'm gonna fucking throw it, shoot, get away.
So you're doing it you're doing it to get to stop causing pain to everyone around you love.
Well, and myself. Like, I never want to feel the hangovers or getting unconscious, waking up, not knowing where the fuck I'm at. I don't ever want to experience that shit again. I can have just as much fun with Chelsea, with my friends, with family, or even out in weird things like going to the Price is Right and meeting her new her coworkers and complete strangers. I don't have to be fucked up to go into that environment. I can just be myself, and as fucked up as I already am, I can just be my crazy self, and it's gonna be fine. That's how I work it. I talked to one of these guys that I went to one of the classes I had last semester. He's like a 25-year-old or 25-year. He's been sober for 25 years, and his candy was alcohol. His dad was an alcoholic. He started drinking when he was like 11 or 12, And that's what happened to him. But what he works is the 12-step process, and that's how a lot of people do it. But for me, I just set in stone. And honestly, what really helped me for not having to go to meetings is that me and Chelsea got super close, and our relationship, got deeper and evolved. And I think, honestly, being in a relationship with her was kind of my 12-step process, So.
Yeah, my therapist wants me to go to. He said you could try NA, but he said there's kind of shady people, and he said a lot of people there against their will, like court ordered and all that. He said he prefers something called Celebrate Recovery, and it's at churches, and it's Christ-based. Like, they go over the 12 steps, but they also throw in like 8 principles from the Bible or something.
Well, honestly, almost I think you should go to them, because I went to like 20 and through all the therapy and shit I went through. I went through about 20 meetings, and it is an eye-opener, and I don't think it's necessarily... I mean, I went to AA, you're going to go to NA, but it's the same it's 12-step shit.
Higher power crap.
You could get the NA book. I know they have an AA book. It's like 300 pages long and goes through the steps. You can even look it up. And there's the Serenity Prayer. They throw in that. They always open with the Serenity Prayer.
Things I cannot control or whatever.
Yeah. And then once you go, you'll get your coin or bingo chip or whatever the fuck they're going to give you for starting your process. Well, they're supposed to give you, like when I finished both of my therapies, they give you a reminder coin. What they want you to do is to always have something visual to make you remember the horrible shit that you went through while you were not sober. And they were saying a lot of people will get out of prison and they'll snip off their bracelet and they'll put it on their mirror or wherever they're going to see it every day, like their rearview mirror in their vehicle. They said that's a big one. So like a constant reminder of, I'm never going back to prison, or I'm never going to fucking get involved in that shit ever again because of this.
Yeah.
So, that's my 2 cents for right now. You got to work it, man. I think you hit it on the nail. You being always around your family is going to help you 100%.
Yeah, I'm not the kind of person that I've always thought I preferred to be alone, but it slowly.
That's just who you are. Yeah, you've always been a loner. We all were loners. Every one of us. John, me, Justin, Brian, you. And then we found each other and being the dumbass clan. And then, of course, we separated, and then we all reconnected.
And we'll be right back with more Blissfully Unaware. And we're back with more Blissfully Unaware.
John's got a Coca-Cola addiction.
No, it's that Mountain Dew.
A Diet Mountain Dew, good to draw. How many of those do you drink a day?
3 to 4.
Holy shit.
It's delicious.
Do you ever drink water?
Yeah.
How many glasses or ounces of water do you drink a day?
3. 3 glasses.
So you drink 24 ounces of water?
Yeah.
You're supposed to get a minimum of 64 ounces.
The rest is in here.
That's a bunch of shit.
There's no water in your fucking drink.
No, bullshit. Let me look in this. Carbonated what? Water.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, it's horrible for me. It's my addiction.
Hence,
I suffer for it.
How many hospital experiences have you had, John, because of your sugary num-num addiction?
Just one. I've had 2 kidney stones, but I've just gone to the hospital for 1.
Yeah, and why don't you explain to the audience the experience you had of pissing out the kidney stone?
Okay. So, I'm at work. It's Saturday night. And getting ready to get off of work. But, like, I just have this feeling like I have to pee. So, I go to the bathroom to pee. And, I have my dick out and holding it there. But just nothing's coming out. And, I'm
Hi, Mom.
like, hi, Mom.
Hey.
It's like she can hear you. You have headphones on. But, so I have my dick out. I'm sitting there.
External speakers.
Oh, good. Getting ready to pee, and nothing's coming out. And I also have like a feeling like a feeling you get right before you have to shit. So I'm like, maybe it's I have to shit. Maybe that's it. So we'll sit down, try to shit, nothing. So I'm just like, fuck it, I tell them I'm not feeling good. It was almost time to leave anyway, so they just said, yeah, go ahead and go home. Call Amy, see if she wants something to eat, go by Wendy's, pick up something, driving home. It's just getting worse and worse. I just walk in, throw the food down, and try to go to the bathroom again, nothing. So I just tell Amy I'm not feeling good, I'm going to lay down. So go in there, I can't get comfortable, going back and forth, back and forth. Finally, the pain gets so intense, I start throwing up. Threw up about good 3 or 4 times. Of course, Amy thinks it's hilarious. She goes in there with her phone, she's recording it. And she's like, it's so funny. I'm like, bitch, I'm going to kill you. And then, so I threw up a few times, try to go back to sleep. Get up again, throw up another couple times, and finally I say, Amy, I have to go to the ER. And then she proceeds to go to put on makeup because, of course, she works at the hospital. She's like, I know people, so I'm not going to go looking like this. So I have to wait another 10, 15 minutes while she's putting on her makeup while I'm sitting there fairly certain I'm going to die. So get to the ER. Thought I died, but I didn't. So I get there, and of course, what do they do? Here, pee in this cup real quick. Fuck you! I can't, that's my problem, I can't pee! So I go, and finally, the nurses, doctors, Amy, they all knew what I had. It's kidney stones, pretty obvious. So they take me back to the room, they draw some blood just so they can do tests, so they can charge me more. And,
$1,000?
I wish it was only 1,000. But, so, go there, they give me the good stuff. Charlie probably like it, just kidding. Don't do drugs. But...
Drugs are bad.
Drugs
what kind it was?
I don't
Was
fucking
it morphine?
It's
fentanyl?
probably morphine.
Probably. Amy would know. But, so yeah. So, the entire time I'm just going in and out. But the funny thing is, like, Amy would, like, I told her to put it on SportsCenter. So she puts it on SportsCenter. And I just keep nodding off. But every single time she would turn to the channel, I'm like, turn it back! I was watching that! And she's like, okay. She'd turn it back. Start to nod off, she'd turn it, and I'd yell at her for turning it. And then they have to take me back to go get some tests done. I think they were doing, either maybe an MRI, no, CAT scan, I don't know. They're doing something where I have to go in the little thing that looks like a freaking casket. But they had to pull my, CT, that's it. They have to pull my pants down because I have a belt on. And the lady's like, oh, sweetie, we're going to have to pull your pants down a little bit. And I just remember going, my wife's not going to appreciate that. And she's like, it's okay. So get all that done, and then finally, doctor says, yep, you got a kidney stone, all right. I'm like, I didn't care. I was high off my ass. So he gives me a little... yeah. So he gives me a little funnel thing to piss in, so that I'll know whenever I pass it, and sends me on my merry way. So it's no more than 2 minutes after they took the thing out of my vein, pain's back. I'm happy to say that next morning, about 8 o'clock in the morning, of course the entire time I'm having to chug, just probably a good gallon of water. And then finally, about 8 o'clock in the morning, I'm sitting there trying to squeeze something out. And then all of a sudden, I just hear at the back of the toilet bowl. Amy actually still has the kidney stone I passed.
Didn't it like made your dick hole bleed? Like
Oh yeah, a good stream of blood came out with it. Nothing scarier than whenever you look down and you just see a stream of blood come out.
Geyser
And
of blood gushing out your piss hole.
you actually feel the calcium just going through your the length of your shaft. Like just like you can actually feel it stop a second, then push a little bit more, stop a second, and then
That, my
I think
friend.
they could give you like a. I think they could have given you like a shot of lidocaine or morphine or something right in your dick.
well, they didn't know when I was going to pass it. It could have been that night, it could be 4 or 5 days from then.
Well, his pain was more internal anyway.
Oh yeah, the worst pain was that hurt, but the pain that was going on in my back through my side, that was worse than the pain that I got from passing it. God, Grandpa McGee, you've yawned like 100 times tonight.
Wake the fuck up,
Sweet.
pussy!
Back in
So,
my day.
didn't you have a second kidney stone?
Yeah, that one was more mild. Because the first time I passed, like I guess the stone broke up, so I passed 2. About an hour and a half after that first one, I passed another one. And then I passed one more about 8 months after that.
Kids, this is why you shouldn't drink Coca-Cola.
But it's still delicious. We're not healthy people, Bobby. You gotta realize this.
Oh.
I'm not super uber healthy either, but I try a little bit. I don't want to have blood. I don't want to have blood coming out my dick.
Dude, that's happened twice!
And you're still chugging that shit.
Hey, about a couple hours of pain is worth all this pleasure.
Push,
And yet me and Charlie are talking about our horrible addictions, and yet you're chugging your fucking addiction.
Yes.
Because it's an acceptable one.
Yeah, it's acceptable.
Not to your health.
No, not to my health, but...
Socially.
Don't you want to be an old man and have grandchildren?
How old?
I don't know. I think 80, 85 is pretty good. 90's pushing it.
Nah,
Pretty sure
mid-70s.
Right, I'd rather just be dead.
Yeah, mid-70s is as old as...
Healthy 85, you're getting around, you're boot scooting, you're fucking driving still.
But here's how I look at it.
Food scoop.
Me, I enjoy food. I enjoy my carbonated beverage.
It's called moderation, John.
No, I don't believe in that.
I definitely don't believe in that. I find something I like and I just do it to death. Oh,
I know, we
sometimes
know
my
this.
death.
What's that food that you would always... You were like a lover of Hamburger Helper, it seemed like, for 4 years. That's all you would fucking eat.
Well, yeah, and Healthy Choice. Are you thinking of the Healthy Choice rice bowls? The cow kung?
Well, that and just
Or
Hamburger
kung
Helper.
pao?
You'd be
Pao
like,
kung.
what do you want to eat?
Sounds like what Bruce Lee used to do. He's a
Pao
master of Pao Kung.
How now, bound cow? Well, about time to wrap this shit up.
Very eloquently put, Bobby. Well, everyone, we'd like to thank you for listening. I'm sure you guys stopped listening about an hour ago. Yeah.
You're going to have to edit the shit out of this one.
Oh, it's only going to be about 20 minutes this week.
Got about 5 seconds of silence. You're like, okay, it's time to cut off.
You see, there's a magic of editing, Charlie. You don't have to talk about the long pauses.
You can edit that out.
You should
Oh,
do that.
there's going to be a lot of fucking editing.
You should do that as the opener. Well, about time to end this shit or whatever.
No,
like
I'm gonna put that at about the 20-minute mark and just call it an evening.
Have that weird
Oh,
30-second pause. Yep, time to end this shit.
Time to wrap this shit up. Well, everyone, thank you for listening to Blissfully Unaware. If you have any suggestions of what we should talk about, clearly we need them. Send them to blissfullyunaware06@gmail.com. And, yeah, go ahead and like, subscribe, all that shit. And we'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.
You're supposed to say bye, Charlie, but whatever.
You're totally fucking the system up, Charlie.